Before I made my first $1 million, my family hadn't eaten in 3 days. I had to choose between my soul and their survival. You think you know this story. You've seen the headlines, the sensational arrests, the flashy cars, but you probably only know the ending. You don't know the beginning. You don't understand the why. To get inside the mind of a so-called Yahoo boy, you first have to understand the world that creates him. It all starts with a hunger, and not just for food, but for dignity, for a chance. In a society where staggering wealth is flaunted everywhere you look, poverty can feel like a personal failing. Sky-high youth unemployment and deep-rooted corruption create a pressure cooker for young people. Legitimate opportunities often feel like a distant dream, a lottery ticket that never pays out. You wake up every day and you see nothing. Your parents worked hard their whole lives, and they have nothing to show for it. You finish school, you're full of hope, and there are no jobs. Then you go online and you see guys your age, people you went to school with, living a life you can't even imagine. They're not politicians' sons. They're just boys from the neighborhood. And you hear the whispers. He's a G, a Yahoo boy. Peer pressure is a powerful force. Seeing friends suddenly making it through these illicit gains presents a tempting alternative to a life of struggle. It isn't just about pure greed. For many, it feels like a logical response to a system that's let them down. There's this desperate desire to skip the decades of hard work and get straight to the reward. It's a powerful lure, this idea that you can beat a rigged game by making up your own rules. So how does it begin? Usually with an apprenticeship. On the street, it's called HK. An experienced scammer takes a newcomer under their wing, teaching them the trade. And they don't just teach you how to create a fake profile or write a convincing email. They teach you psychology. It's not about code. It's about people. You learn what people want to hear. You learn about loneliness, about their own greed, about hope. You're selling a dream, a romance, a business deal, a long-lost inheritance. My first client. She was a widow from America, lonely. All I did was listen to her. For weeks, I was just a friend, the best friend she'd ever had. At its core, this is social engineering. It's about building trust, manipulating emotions, and exploiting the universal human need for connection. The methods are always evolving. You have the classic advance fee fraud, the 4-1-time scam, where you promise a huge payout for a small upfront fee. There's phishing, where fake websites are built to steal personal data. And then there are the romance scams, the most psychologically draining of them all. These cons often involve building a deep emotional bond over months before a single dollar is ever requested. A sense of detachment is key. The victims are just profiles on a screen, usually foreigners, which helps to numb the guilt. Many even rationalize it, comparing themselves to corrupt politicians, telling themselves they're just taking their piece from a world that owes them. You create a character, a soldier stationed overseas, an oil rig engineer, someone handsome, successful, but lonely. You use their hopes against them. You become their everything. When you finally ask for money, for a plane ticket to come see them, for a medical emergency, they want to give it to you. They feel like they're helping someone they love. Do you feel bad? At first, yeah. But then the money comes in. And you remember why you're doing it. You remember your family, the hunger, and the guilt. It just starts to fade. And the money does come in, more than you ever dreamed of. All of a sudden, the life you saw on social media is your reality. The luxury cars, the designer clothes, the parties that never seem to end. You become a symbol of success in your neighborhood. People who once ignored you now treat you with respect. You're not invisible anymore. You're somebody. This over-the-top display of wealth is part of the culture. It's proof that you've escaped, and it serves as a twisted advertisement, luring in the next generation. The first thing I did was get my family a new house. I paid for my sister's university education in cash. Seeing the look on my mother's face, that was real. That felt good. For a while, you feel like a king. You can buy anything, go anywhere. The money feels like a shield that protects you from the world that hurt you. But that shield is full of cracks. The lifestyle is built on a foundation of lies and fear. Paranoia becomes your shadow. Every new message could be a trap. Every knock on the door could be the authorities. The chairman of Nigeria's Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, the EFCC, has said these activities bring national shame, making every young Nigerian a potential suspect at international borders. The pressure is suffocating. You can't sleep. You're always looking over your shoulder. You trust no one. Not your friends, because they know what you do. Not your family, because you're lying about where the money comes from. You're surrounded by people, but you feel completely alone. The money buys you luxury, but it can't buy you peace. You start to realize you've become a prisoner of the very life you built to be free. There is always a reckoning. Digital footprints are almost never completely erased. Law enforcement agencies like the EFCC are cracking down harder than ever, and mass arrests are common. In June 2024, operatives raided a Yahoo party in Ondo State, arresting 127 suspects at once. In July 2025, a sting operation in Kano led to the arrest of over 24 university students. The crimes are also escalating. The head of the EFCC has revealed that when online scams run dry, some Yahoo boys get involved in more violent crimes like banditry and kidnapping. They are also used by corrupt officials to launder stolen public funds, moving money through cryptocurrency wallets to hide it from the authorities. It happened at dawn. They just broke the door down. I didn't even have time to think. One minute I was sleeping in a mansion. The next I was in handcuffs, my face all over the news. They took everything. The cars, the watches, the house, all of it. In a flash, it was gone. And you know what the worst part was? Seeing that same look on my mother's face. But this time, it wasn't pride. It was shame. The fall isn't just financial or legal. It's a psychological collapse. The illusion of power shatters, leaving behind an empty reality. The stolen money, which was supposed to solve all his problems, ended up creating a world of new ones. This has a devastating impact, not just on the victims who lose billions globally, but on Nigeria's reputation and its entire digital economy, as it erodes trust and scares away foreign investment. When you have nothing, you think money is the answer to everything. And when you finally get it, you realize it's the answer to nothing that truly matters. I started this to save my family from poverty, but I ended up dragging them into disgrace. I traded my soul for a lifestyle, not a life. The respect I thought I had, it was just fear. The friends, they were just leeches. It was all fake as the profiles I used to create. The story of the Yahoo boy is a modern tragedy. It's a symptom of deeper societal issues, crushing poverty, systemic corruption, and a culture that too often glorifies wealth without asking where it came from. It's a story about choices made under extreme pressure and the human cost of a digital gold rush. For some, it's driven by a desperate need for validation. For others, it's a deep sense of disillusionment that pushes them towards cybercrime for a twisted sense of purpose. My message to any young person out there thinking this is the way out: it's a trap, a beautiful, glittering trap. You might get the money, but you will lose yourself. You will lose your peace, your family's respect, and your freedom. There is no shortcut to a good life. I had to lose everything to finally understand what was actually worth having. The mind of a Yahoo boy is a complex space, caught between desperation and ambition, guilt and justification. Tackling this issue requires more than just law enforcement. It requires creating real opportunities, fostering a culture that values integrity, and restoring faith in the legitimate paths to success. It requires all of us to ask tough questions about the kind of society we've helped build. What are your thoughts on the societal pressures that lead young people down this path? Let us know in the comments below. If this story gave you a new perspective, please like this video and subscribe for more deep dives into the complex issues shaping our world. Thank you for watching.